today we want to continue on the principles of God, like we discussed last week, that govern divine provisions, wealth, and abundance. Like we mentioned last week, that someone is ignorant of these principles does not mean if you apply it, it won't work. So that you are ignorant of it does not mean it won't work. If it will work, how much more when you are aware of it and then you try to implement it, it will definitely work for you. So the first one that we'll be talking about today is principles of seed time and harvest. How the earth remains, seed time and harvest, cold time and heat. We also have summer and winter, day and night, can never cease, right? Since we have the earth is still in existence, all these seasons that I've mentioned cannot cease. So meaning everything in life operates by the law of sowing and reaping. Then every action, be it word, be it in your gift or something service you render to people, is regarded as a seed that brings a corresponding harvest to you. So what you plant today, whether it's kindness, whether it's your efforts, whether it's your generosity, whether it's your service to the poor, whatever it is, we determine the fruit that you will enjoy tomorrow. So your harvest tomorrow depends on the seed that you sow today. And have you thought of it that it's not possible for a farmer or anybody to put one seed in the heads and then get that one seed in return? It's not possible. So if you are sowing one seed, you put one seed, let's take for example a seed of corn, you put one seed into the heads. By the time it germinates, you will see like times 10 of that one corn that you have planted in the heads. And so also it applies to everything that you do. Be it you are showing kindness, where you are getting it in return. And interestingly, it's not the person that you show kindness to that is going to repay you. If the person repays you, fine. But it's possible that it's someone else that you've not even done kindness to that will repay you. So meaning that it's not specific to one person. If you do good to somebody, it's not 100% that is that person that will return the good. That's why it's always advised that when you do good, do it heartily. Like do it as unto the Lord. You're not expecting a return from that person, because it is God that will repay you back. And when you do good, you are getting it in bulk. And so it applies also to somebody doing bad. If you do bad to people, you will get the bad in return in many folds, just like the sower that sowed just one seed of corn and then gets in return a whole lot of seeds on the corn. Next one is the principle of giving and receiving. So when you give, automatically you will receive. So when you give, the Bible made us to understand, it said, give and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over will be poured into your bosom or your lap. So God's economy is only telling us that God's economy thrives on generosity, meaning that we're expected to give. When you give, you are getting back. So giving opens door for divine increase. It opens door not because God needs your gift. So sometimes some people will say, oh, I'm giving because I expect God to bless me in return. God does not. Of course, God will bless. That giving should not be, oh, because I'm expecting something in return. No. So if God's economy thrives on generosity, so giving opens the door for divine increase. Not because God needs the gift, like I said, but because he uses giving to shape your heart and also stretch your faith. When you give freely, heaven responds abundantly. So what leaves your hand never leaves your life. It goes ahead to prepare your blessing, if you understand what I'm trying to say. The next principle is the principle of tithing. He made us understand in the Bible, he said, bring the whole tithe into the storehouse, that there may be food in my house. Test me in this, and says the Lord, if I will not open the windows of heaven and pour you a blessing. So tithing is not just about your money, it's about trust. So you are trusting God. When they always say this thing, that when you give your tithes, things will not be tight for you. And somebody said everybody pays tithes. The only thing is, it depends on where you are paying your tithe to. But everybody pays tithes. So it's about trust. It acknowledges God as your source and provider. Through faithful tithing, you invite divine protection over your resources and open the door for supernatural provisions. Principle of diligence. It said, "Tear thou a man diligent in his work or his ways, he will stand before kings and not just before mean men." So diligence is the difference between an average and an excellent person. It is showing up consistently. And God wants this from us, because if you are not even diligent to start with, if you are a lazy person, to make heaven will be difficult, because you may not be able to stand up to pray. You may not be able to even go for services. Even if you want to attend services in your house, attend a service in your house, you may not have the strength to even. You may be like, "Oh, I don't have the time. I'm tired. I'm this, I'm that." What is diligence? It means giving your best. So God expects us to give our best. Go and look at the Bible where God said Noah should prepare the ark. Go and look at the specifications. He didn't just say, "Oh, prepare an ark," and then that's all. No, he gives specifications. Also look at when Solomon was trying to build the temple. Time they built something in the Bible. Just go and look at it. God is always specific. So giving your best, and the best is what he wants. He does not want nonsense. Like we saw in the case of Abel and Cain. Abel gave the best. Cain gave maybe the rubbish in his farm. Eventually, we saw what happened. God did not accept it. After all, he's the one that gave us everything. So why can't we give? Why can't we give our best to him? So giving our best also means that we are honoring God through excellence in our crafts. It will interest you to know that diligent people don't chase success, it finds them. Excellence is never accidental. It is as a result of diligence. That's just the truth. Principle of contentment. Godliness with contentment is a great gain. So contentment is not about having less, or because I don't really have much, that's why I'm contented. It's about appreciating what you have while still trusting God for more. So it replaces anxiety and gratitude, replaces anxiety with gratitude. And it also replaces envy with peace of mind. So even though you don't have enough at the moment, you know that God will bless you, will provide for you. So true wealth is not about possession. It's about a heart that is resting in God for supernatural supply. So contentment is the quiet confidence that God's plan is enough. And God expects that you multiply it. Whatever he has placed in your hand is expecting that you multiply it, because God rewards faithfulness more than fruitfulness, because faithfulness rather bets fruitfulness. Full of planning. So the plan of the diligence leads surely to the abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty. I heard of a man, he was passing by, there's this or they call it courts in a particular location. And then this man was passing by. Just because he knows what the court was discussing. And during court proceeding, it's expected that you don't talk or make noise around the place. So as he was coming back from his farm, he just heard the conversation and he was like, "Oh, no, what they are saying is not like that. It's not true. It's not true what you are saying." Then the judge was wondering, where is the noise coming from? He just said, "Okay, let's invite the man into the court." Invited this man. He entered into the dock. When he entered the court, the judge now told him that you will spend some weeks in the prison because you are contributing to what you don't know, what they have not called you into, regardless of you know something about it or you don't know anything about it. The fact that you are trying to contribute into something they've not called you into, then it automatically becomes an offense. What am I trying to say is that there's a principle of planning. You have to plan. Don't just be hasty. Some people, somebody is discussing, they will be hasty to contribute. They want to do something, just be hasty to. No, it's always good to plan. Planning reflects wisdom. It brings foresight. It also brings discipline. God blesses preparation because it positions you for opportunities. Vision without planning is just a wishful thinking, while prayer with planning is divine partnership. So prayer gives direction, but planning gives structure to divine purpose. Principle of honesty, meaning that God expects us as his children to be honest. You are honest with everything in your power. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. There are some people that sell in the market. When you get there, you want to purchase something, they will tell you, "Oh no," maybe you are trying to price down. Some will tell you, "Oh, this is not the amount I bought it," so that you can be cajoled into buying it at their price. However, that's a lie. It's a false balance. So God gives value into honesty in every transaction. Integrity in finances builds trust and ensures lasting prosperity. Cheating may bring temporary gain. Of course, if you cheat somebody today and the person gets, you can't continue to cheat somebody. You cannot continue to cheat somebody. A day will come, the person will know. So cheating may bring a temporary gain, but truth and fairness brings enduring. Truth and fairness bring enduring blessing. So honesty is that currency that never loses value. Principle of generosity to the poor. Whoever is kind to the poor lends to the Lord, and he will reward them for what they have done. When you extend help to the poor, you touch the heart of God. Your generosity becomes a divine investment and eternal returns. Have you heard when it was written in the Bible that where they said, "Oh God, I didn't even know when I have," you said, "When I was hungry, you gave me to eat. You gave me food to eat. When I was thirsty, you gave me water to drink." And then at the end of everything, Jesus, the people affected were asking Jesus, like, "Why did I do this? I can't even remember." And Jesus answered that, "In as much as you have given it or done it to someone, it has been counted as faithfulness to you." Your kindness to others is your loan to God, and He never owes anyone. The last one for today is principle of dominion in work and productivity. He said, "Be fruitful and multiply, fill the earth and subdue it, have dominion." God designed you for productivity. Work is not a cause, but a calling. So to create, improve, and influence the world around you, you have to exercise dominion, meaning you have to use your gifts, your wisdom, your energy to reflect God's excellence on earth. And dominion is what? Is fulfilling purpose through productive work and divine creativity. Whatever your hand findeth to do, do it with all your mind. And go over this video again. Anywhere you feel that you've not been doing well, then you try to see how you can improve so that you can be a better person. And also you can benefit from everything God has had for those that tap into all these principles. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.